Everybody, and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video, we will be talking about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and how there are new reports that he is set to announce an independent presidential run on October 9th in 11 days. So this is huge news for obvious reasons. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. being in the general election really changes everything for both Trump and Biden because he is just such a popular guy right now among certain groups that this would really shake things up and change the campaign. And both Trump and Biden, particularly Biden, would try to pretend like um, he's not a factor, but they know on the inside that this definitely changes the race. This is huge. So again, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is currently a candidate in the Democratic primary for president, running against Joe Biden. Marianne Williamson is also in the race. Kennedy joined the race in April, and he really shocked the nation when he started to poll at 20%, like immediately after he ran, which were great numbers. However, he has failed to increase his numbers, and I believe they've only decreased in polling. Um, However, that's still more than really anyone thought. And he did kind of create this not sort of like a cult following. Really, he got this very dedicated group of supporters that are with him all the way. They are very passionate about him. Nothing wrong with that. Um, and he has really soared to popularity among some groups of people. Really began his campaign as more of a progressive campaign. I'm a Kennedy Democrat. But since then, it has really become more about appealing to more right leaning, more people who are friendly with Donald Trump, more Trump supporters, really, because he began to become popular among them because of his vaccine theories, his theories about the COVID-19 vaccine, among other vaccines, and he became he began to become popular among Trump supporters. However, he is running in the Democratic primary, so it became very interesting because we have a lot of Republicans right now supporting RFK Jr., or we have a lot of Republicans who are supporting Trump, and their second choice is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And a lot of people want that Trump Kennedy 2024 ticket. So, looking at the fact that RFK Jr. is polling at here's recent polls a few days ago, 15% for RFK Jr., 16, 14, 25 was a great poll for RFK Jr. He publicized that one a lot. Rasmussen only, Biden is only a little over Kennedy times 2. Only 7 in this one, YouGov. 15, 14, 17. Anyway, we're seeing him on average being around 18 or 19% in this race. But I think what's important is that, looking at his independent run, I think what's important is that this is just Democrats. This is not independents. This is not Republicans. This 20%, which we think is enough as it is, which is a lot as it is only among Democrats. And I believe, if I remember the polling correctly, that he has the lowest approval rating among Democrats than of the three groups, than among Republicans, Independents, Democrats. So, that's just crazy as it is. But then you consider that he's at 20 among Democrats, and I'm not saying he's going to be at 20 among Republicans because they have other candidates in their own primary to support, but think about that. How many Republicans, if 20% of Democrats are supporting him right now, and I mean, I shouldn't say probably going to vote in the general election for him, but so many of those 20% of Democrats are going to vote for him in the general election. There's going to be quite a few Republicans because a lot of Republicans love him. Independents, there might be more of than any group because Robert F. Kennedy Jr. really is more independent than he is Democrat, then or you know then he is Democrat or Republican. Um, um, so when you consider that his 20% is only Democrats and he's going to win independents and Republicans in the general election, RFK Jr. might do pretty good. Then this poll's from June, but nothing has changed. It's only become more apparent. Nobody wants Biden versus Trump, especially when this comes to independents who don't care about the tribalism, don't have any loyalties to any party. They are going to look at the ballot on election day. I don't care how many smears there are from the Biden or Trump campaigns against RFK Jr. I think that when voters go to the polls and when they look at the ballot and they see Joe Biden listed, Donald Trump listed, and then Robert F. Kennedy Jr. listed, I think that so many people are going to look at that and just say, I'm voting for RFK Jr. because it's not Joe Biden or it's not Donald Trump. Two people who are seen now as so old, so just exhausted, so incompetent. And seriously, so many people are looking at these people and saying, what are they going to be like at the end of in 2029, at the end of the terms? That is just a fear for so many people. So again, I don't really care how many smears there are against Kennedy from the campaigns. I think that just alone, seeing those three names on the ballot, I think that alone, just when you think about that, gives Kennedy so much votes. So looking at the map, I'm not going to give a real analysis here, but I must say I would not be surprised if Kennedy wins a state or a few states. I really wouldn't. I know it's very rare for a presidential or for an independent to win any states. The last time that happened was when? I don't even know when. And I don't know my stuff about elections, but Ross Perot was the last serious challenger, and he won like 25% of the vote. And he didn't win a state, or 19, it was 19% or 20%. And Ross Perot didn't even win a single state. But I think that Kennedy's support will be more concentrated in some states, and even if he doesn't win 20% of the vote like Perot did, I think that he still wins a state or two. What are these states? Maine second, he has the best chance of winning. Very independent, more conservative-leaning voters. Remember, went to Obama by 8 in 2012, went to Trump by 8 in 2016. That's a 16-point shift just because Trump was an outsider. They like outsiders. Second state he's most likely to win, Alaska. Again, independent, right-leaning voters shifted to the left a lot in 2020 because they were pretty unhappy with Trump. I think looking at the three names, Kennedy has a shot in Alaska. Third most likely state. Well, I don't. Oh, now we're getting. I mean, okay, I'll just stop there because Maine second and Alaska are the only two states / districts that Kennedy has any sort of shot in. Even if he does win 20% of the vote, I don't think he goes past Maine second or Alaska. But possibilities: Utah, New Hampshire. I know this is crazy, but West Virginia is a possibility. And I mean, I'm debating whether or not to put Kansas on the list, but probably not. I mean, these are the only 4 states in one district where he has any sort of possibility, but really, it's just Maine second district or Alaska. He can actually win. So he's not going to win the presidency, but can RFK Jr. win 20% of the vote? I think it's a possibility. I really do, because Ross Perot did so well in the 1996 presidential election, or 1992 presidential election. Sorry. And the two choices for president besides him, 19%, Ross Perot won. The two choices other than him were Bill Clinton and George H.W. Bush. George H.W. Bush is just as unpopular as he was in 1992 than Joe Biden and Donald Trump are now. So that's fair. I think that Ross Perot won that much, that RFK Jr. could win that much. But then, when you consider that Bill Clinton was an extremely popular political figure, and that he was young, exciting, nothing like Biden or Trump, and that Clinton's popularity should have totally eliminated Ross Perot's popularity, then you got to think about 2024. Because if you replace Clinton with someone like Biden and Bush with someone like Trump, Ross Perot would have done outstanding. And I think that if Kennedy can replicate that Ross Perot campaign, that, outsider, exciting, new type of independent campaign, I think that he could do very, very well. And that he can get to 18.9 like Perot did. So, when is this announcement? October 9th in Pennsylvania. So this report from wherever this is from, the Kennedy campaign is actually in direct talk with them. I mean, this is from the Kennedy campaign, they're planning attack ads against the DNC in order to pave the way for his announcement in Philadelphia. Okay, Philadelphia, about running as an independent. So this is about the DNC treating him very unfairly, as they say, and this is why they say he's running as an independent. October 9th, Philadelphia, save the date. This will be exciting. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I'm glad, and I must say, even though I'm not a huge fan of RFK Jr. when it comes to his policy, I am glad that we are getting serious third-party candidates. Him now, Cornel West, and then who there was who else was running as an independent or something? Wasn't that? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. But anyway, Chase Oliver, maybe from the Libertarian Party. I like him. But anyway, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, very excited to see where this goes, and I will see you all next time.